teams in the nation set to square off and see who has the upper hand, at least for the moment. A top 10 in-conference showdown awaits. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Oregon Ducks, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching. One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking for a crease. It's Hill. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a four-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
Moore to the air. Makes the catch. It's Green. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The Ducks are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
First down. Finds his tight end. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there, this guy should be an impact player day one.
Power football with the run. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Here comes the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And he had just enough leg to somehow will that thing over the crossbar and in the right corner. And that'll put the first point of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The give on the inside. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to throw. It's Underwood. Quarterback adapted. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And how about this defense? Your offense goes right down the field, scores on the first drive, and now you come out, get a big sack on third down, and force a punt. You talk about creating momentum early and shutting the home crowd up. Mission accomplished.
Slips through the line. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And here comes the offense. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. They'll leave it with him. Breaks into the open. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Intercepted for the 11th time. The sudden change on the turnover, man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. The give to the back. Picks up the first down, still moving. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. See that maze in blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attacks.
I expect big, physical, huge linemen that don't like people, that are going to move them out of the way and do just this, what we did right here. Move the sticks, get first downs on the ground. That's who Michigan is.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, the ground game. They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Dropping back, it's Underwood. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? The inside handoff. There he goes! Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
He's got it on the run. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
And the Wolverines have it in scoring position on first and goal. Pushes toward the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 7-3. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Florida took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for the trip back to Gainesville. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's trajectory. Always fun to see two of the game's better teams duke it out at this point of the season. A good barometer, fellas, for both coaches.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Leaves it with the back. Turning it on. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And the Ducks have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Moore will throw. Under fire. Trying to escape and get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
2nd and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. He's looking deep. He caught it. Touchdown, Oregon. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. To be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll run it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Underwood. Here comes the heat. He's going to run it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
They booted away on 4th down. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Moore to the air. Oh, they're after him. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield. It's Hill. Oh, he's got some space.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge 3rd down here in the big house. Looking to throw for it. Grab near the sticks. It's Green. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. The Ducks headed quickly to the line. Off play action on 1st down. Moves away as he feels pressure. The defense sort of hurls this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage, and he'll take the loss.
And everybody knows when you're running that play action, that fake has to be great. Everybody has to bite it for it really to work. Defense didn't bite it, didn't bite the bait, went after the quarterback, got him on the ground.
The Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Moore will throw. Here's a heat. And the pressure pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. And the Ducks will have it 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks, it's 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on 1st down. The screen, he can go. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Finds his big tight end. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Moore to the air. Looking for the goal line. Give him 6. Touchdown, Ducks!
And that's just a fantastic job of executing the 2-minute type situation by this offense. Something you practice all week long for end of half and end of game. Quarterback, really nice job. Good job by the staff, too, getting the plays in quickly so they could get up to the line of scrimmage and get going. And them scoring that touchdown with seconds to go here in the 1st half, piling onto their lead, that gives them tremendous confidence heading in at halftime.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We're just about ready to start the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
The Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking for room, it's Webb. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Going to try to get it himself. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
And the Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. Quarterback making checks. Motion from the wideout. To the air, it's Underwood. It's complete to the right. Inside the 35. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
From the 30-yard line on 1st down. Here we go. Out of the gun to give to the back. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He's open on the right. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense, going right down the field in 6 plays, and now set up for 1st and goal.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Buys a little extra time. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. They'll go to the air. Wide out trying to get it in. And he's going to score. Touchdown Wolverines. Up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, we've got a final in a game that just wrapped up here in the SEC. Texas A&M rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting days of Johnny Football and Mike Evans. Gig 'em Aggies indeed. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Moore will throw. Rushes on him. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
The Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Off the play fake. He's moving out of the pocket. That's caught. It's Davison. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This defense is so well coached. Everybody understanding their assignments, especially in coverage. There was a guy designed to take the running back out of the flat, and he was able to get him down right away.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to 1st down.
And that's a welcome sight. Like, this offense has really, really struggled. Bottom 50 in college football in 1st downs. So they'll take anything they can get. Nice 3rd down conversion. Let's get some positive plays. Keep it 3rd and short. Find a way to get this offense in an upward trajectory, because so far this season, they've really struggled.
Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. He's knocked down for a loss of 7.
Offense trying to go pitch and trying to get to the outside, but how about the speed on defense, scraping down the line of scrimmage, rallying to the football and creating a negative play.
The Ducks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Moore to the air. Makes the catch. It's Gresham. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we we open the fourth. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
And how about this offense, man? They put the ball in the hands of the guy they trust the most. Fourth down, needed conversion. You're wanting to salt this clock away. You want this game to end with you guys possessing the football. Big fourth down conversion.
And the Ducks are on the move. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards. Stopped at the 23.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. It'll be a draw. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop you.
The Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The receiver on the jet sweep. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And that's the hard thing about defending this play. You got so much speed coming across the formation. They can get to the edges quickly, and you limit the damage. It's not a huge play, but they pick up a little chunk and a little chunk, and you put those together, and they can get you first downs.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Corners are walked up tight. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll try the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Ducks trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. Timeout called there by the defense. Desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Yeah, I think my thought process needs to be points are good. Because if I get a field goal here, that's fine. I take the lead by more than a field goal. They got to go the length of the field. But I also want to run this clock, let it continue to work. But the goal is to get a touchdown. So let's see what this offense dials up next.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. They'll run the sneak for it. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have the lead, but they will go for the knockout punch here in the 4th quarter on 4th and goal. He'll do it himself on the draw. They stop him short, and now they'll get the ball back here in the 4th quarter.
And as a defense, that's all you can ask for. Give the ball back to your offense. Yes, you're still down. You gave them a chance. They got the football. They got some time left. Now can they put a drive together? Maybe go tie this game. Maybe go win this game. Great stop by this defense.
They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. Looking for space. It's Moulton. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
What a big play, backed up in their own end. And a big thing here is you're just trying to give yourself some space to work. And what a job up front of creating some big lanes and gaps for the ball carrier to get a huge chunk of yards.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. That's caught. It's Moulton. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the 1st down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air. It's Underwood. Quarterback now breaking the field. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackled in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before, and I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man to the left. Here he goes. Touchdown, Michigan. And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
And at this stage of the game in the fourth quarter, big-time players make big plays in big games. What a great job after he secured the catch in the open field, showing off the speed, taking it to the house, and with it, his team now has the lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocked that one right down the middle. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the clutch late score that almost certainly will be the game winner. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Moore will throw. Snagged out of the air. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. Now on first down from the 43. Defense not showing press coverage. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Hill. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you've got to score, you've got to make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big-time mistake. This one might cost him.
Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. Leaves it with the running back. There he goes! And after the short gain, that is going to put this one in the books. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.